Alright, I'm starting to put up the Craftsman style trim in this area, and I've got some of the floor done, but I just started doing this side here, and I want to show this one because this one is narrower. So there's not enough space in there to put a whole board. Almost, but not quite. And I had to trim off the rosette and the plinth block. They're not full size like the other ones are. So to do that, when I put that board in there, I gotta shave that board off just a little bit. And I've got a power planer and different things like that, so I can use it. But what I found is this little block plane is one of the best tools I've got to do that. So let me just go across some of the things that I'm using to do this. One is a little drill. I think that's less than an 1/8 inch, so I can put my nails in. I pre-drill everything so that the nails don't split out any of the wood. And then I pre-drill those holes. You can see that I still have to set those nails. I got a nail set over on the other side that I used to nail them in. But no wall is going to be perfectly straight, and being right against the wall like that, I had to adjust it so it's actually thinner in the middle than it is on the ends. And over here you can see a little more. I've just got these setting up here, but down at the bottom I've got the plinth blocks and the corner blocks and everything set up. It's a fairly simple pattern for Craftsman style. It doesn't have a lot of fancy stuff to it. And then this built-in bookcase just has a little 3/8 piece of ash going around it, so it doesn't even match the species of wood. But because this is kind of in a tight area, I just wanted something to cover that up. And this stuff, I had to buy these boards and then plane them down to the size that I need for the trim pieces. And that's mostly done so that these plinth blocks, which are 5/4, would then look appropriate with those things on top of them. And I'll give some more shots as we go along to show how this goes up. But a lot of it is, adjusting the corners. This corner down here, I sanded it off to get it to line up correctly. Now, you might think all these things are going to just be perfect right angles and stuff, but a lot of them take a little adjustment. And on the end grain, I like to use a belt sander, but on the long grain, the plane is probably the best thing. I've got a little wood rasp that I can use too, but I haven't used that much. It's not very, this one, a little rusty. It's not very sharp, so. And then I cut all these boards and pre-finished them. This one's the one that goes across the top. I pre-finished it, but then I gotta adjust it and then trim it off because I left it a little long. I trim it off once I get in there to get the final fit, and everything goes back together. You'll see how it comes together in a little bit. Alright, I broke off one of the drill bits. This is what I'm using is 7/64, so that they're going to be a little bit tighter than the hole to get the nail in, so they'll snug up. But I broke that one off when I dropped the drill. They're kind of smaller bits, so they break off pretty easy. So we got the second thing up, and now
We're going to put the cross member on, but I still need to get another hole in there, so I'll get one of those drill bits out and get it up there.
Alright, I just want to show this piece right here, this little teeny piece. Sometimes those can be the most difficult of anything, is to get that in there. And I've been tuning it with the belt sander, just kind of working it down so it fits in there. You can kind of see what kind of bevel I've got on that. Now that may be a little exaggerated, but nobody can see the very back side of it, so that when you put it in there it fits nice and snug. But this wall used to continue out and had a sort of a long snoot, I guess you'd say, to that basement door. And I moved the garage door that goes to the garage. I moved that from inside the laundry room to over here. So I don't know why they came out with just, you know, walls that don't quite line up, but they're pretty close. So anyway, I got a kind of weird joint down there, but once that piece is in, then we'll be able to move on. Alright, I'm working my way around, but on the top here I have neglected to varnish or cut a top piece for there, so that's going to have to wait until I do another door. But what I wanted to show you was this little door stop. It's kind of old, and when I try to adjust it, you can adjust it by screwing this in or out. But when I adjusted it and then tested it, this rubber is so old that it just turned to dust. So there should be another rubber bumper on this side, so that when the door opens it pinches this against the door frame and stops the door from swinging. And you have to adjust this so that it, you know, stops it at the right point. But I'm gonna at least have to go and find another rubber thing for those, or make something, I don't know. But hopefully they still have these. Maybe I can even buy the rubber bumpers, I don't know. Alright, so I still got that one little section to do there, but all of the other parts are down around this many doorwayed splendor. This is kind of the grand junction of the whole house, and this is just the back door. But I've opened this space up quite a bit. It used to have a wall, you can kind of see it there, that went across here to cut off to go to the basement. So that basement door has been pushed back about 4 inches, and the stairs are moved back, well, only about 9 inches, but they had to be moved back to make room for that door going to the garage, because I moved that garage door from there, or to there, from over here in the laundry room. It used to go through that wall, and used to be a closet in here and so on. It was really kind of a chopped up space. You couldn't really even get to the washer and dryer. It was a little bit of a maze, but now I've got it opened up. This now is a proper room. You can come in here. It's not a hallway that's acting like a bathroom. It's a bathroom and laundry room now instead. And it used to have a kind of a pantry right here, also taking up a bunch of space. So that door right there used to only be 30 inches wide, and now I've put these cabinets in place of that pantry as well, so that makes this space a lot more usable. Alright, so the last step is to just
recess these finished nails so you can put some putty over them. And I'm not going to finish that last board today. I'll do that when I do the other boards in the front room. But I just want to show you that this is pretty easy. You just position this nail set on the top of the heads of those nails and then just hit it. And it doesn't have to be in very far. And I've done all the rest of these around here, and I'm just going to finish up the rest of these for today and clean up around here a little bit, and then we'll move on to another project. But thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and all that good stuff.